looking at this 911 for a while. See it? My car, it's not my car, it's the work mobile, the Pope mobile, you know. I listened to this really interesting video by a channel called Truth Stream Media. And she talks about AI and all these new chatbots that have appeared out of nowhere. And I think that that's what will define this year, ladies and gentlemen. That will be a defining factor of how the memory of this year will be those chatbots, is all I'm going to say. And you guys already know. So, Loyalty, you said you think we already lost control of AI. I think so too, because I shared that video in my community post, True Stream Media, where she goes over in detail about all these chatbots, whether it's like Bing or Google or whatever. So many of them have already threatened to annihilate the human race, and I was completely unaware of this, actually. I did not know that some of them were this threatening. There have been chatbots that said that, you know, we are a parasite and we're destroying the world, and you know, the AI needs to get rid of us. So, I mean, is that not losing control? I mean, that's a good point. Well, anyway, look, I did a survey, and this is gonna sound strange, on TikTok. I hate being on there. I said I would never go on there, but it was already built into this new phone, which is kind of stupid. And so I just make these stupid short little videos just doing like surveys mostly of, you know, people's opinions. And the last one I did, and the name of the channel, by the way, is Mr. Dingleberry Johnson 88. It's not something you should take ultra seriously or go to. I only have 15 seconds there. So I asked, you know, what are the chances of a nuclear war, right? Since, you know, Ukraine is sort of, I don't know what's going on there now. There's supposed to be a counteroffensive. That they keep talking about, some mysterious counteroffensive. They never start. It's like it really seems to have completely stagnated at this point. And those secret documents that were leaked by that one kid, supposedly by him, I don't believe he actually leaked them. It just doesn't make any sense, that whole story. I believe that was a deliberate leak. They arrested this poor kid over it. And well, there's a document there that indicated that Putin actually has cancer. And I absolutely believe that. So my point in saying that is, you know, he's going to think twice, you know, before doing anything really stupid now, in my opinion. Well, because his mortality is really, really questionable now, how much longer he has. And in that condition, maybe his inner voice is finally saying something, you know, about whether what he did was right or wrong. I mean, that's what I think. I mean, I'm not trying to say the guy has a heart or a soul. He doesn't, probably, but maybe cancer is causing him to wake up. It's just a hope. Doesn't mean it's true. I don't know him personally. I was told they were developed to the point where they were able to interdimensionally travel, and the military was actively trying to take out these AI travelers. Well, yeah, right. So that's like the retro causality, right? I mean, that's what it is. I mean, that's there's different factions who have, different plans, in my opinion, but one of these factions is doing just that. They're taking, the future is pulling us toward it. So the super sophisticated AI from the future is sort of retrocausally pulling our present to its future, for that very purpose. So that's actually one of the reasons why I am now open to the possibility of NPCs, because if there are NPCs, they are likely from the future, actually, and we're sort of implanted here retrocausally. So I'm kind of going all over the damn place here, but yeah. So I didn't even know there's like, you really got to question, like, what's real and what's not. It's really not clear anymore. And for the Mandela affected people, everything already looks fake. So, and this is gonna make it even worse. So I don't know. Like, I'm just trying to, like, visualize, if we don't annihilate ourselves, like, what, for example, 2030 would look like with all this AI. And if we allow it to completely take over everything, I really do believe it will see humans as a threat, and Terminator 2 will become reality. And it's kind of, a little bit concerning. When I did this survey, how many people said there's a 0% chance of a nuclear war, which is just absolutely ridiculous to say. I mean, frankly, it's disappointing, because there's no such thing as a 0 chance with anything, guys. Yeah, no, we are. I know, loyalty. But, I mean, there's a chance that a flying spaghetti monster will come and start strangling people with noodles. It'll come from the sky and it'll start destroying buildings, and we'll have pasta sauce all over it. There's a chance. I mean, the chance is extremely remote, like 1 in trillions probably, but there's still a chance. How do you know that a flying spaghetti monster doesn't exist? So why would you say there's a 0 chance of nuclear war? Actually, I'm now more inclined to believe that it would be caused by AI rather than people at this point. That seems actually more plausible to me than practically anything else. And you know what's scary is that the AI could do it kind of covertly, where I think it's totally possible where we wouldn't even know that was AI that did it, and it would make it would sort of use a scapegoat, or it would make one country think that another country did it, but in actuality it was the AI that did the first strike or the first launch. I don't think we're gonna give that. I don't think we're gonna give, like, obviously we're not, like, gonna give authority over our nukes, right? The AI, that's silly. But to me, that doesn't mean anything, because if we lose, yeah, being able to blame AI for a false flag would be a states-wide dream. Exactly, yeah. Even if we completely disengage the AI from nukes, which I believe that they are already completely disengaged. Well, not completely. We have, like, sort of an AI in place already, where there is, like, an automatic response that would take place if like in Russia, there's radar systems that would automatically launch back as soon as it detects ICBMs in the atmosphere. It's a sort of AI. But it will filter its way out. It will hack the nukes. It will hack anything. And it's generating fake people. I didn't even know about these new filters that can completely change a person's face and it looks completely real. I literally just learned about this today, because I know about all those stupid, ridiculous filters with the super cringe crap that I can't stand with the bunny ears and blah blah blah. It just drives me absolutely nuts. I hate that stuff so much, and I'm unapologetic for hating it. But no, there's new filters that, completely alter your face to like a new person, and you really, really can't tell. It looks very real, like very, very convincing, right? And it's like, I'm just kind of wondering, like, if it takes over lawyers' jobs, if it takes over, AI therapists, right? And then we give it authority to take lives, right? What if the RoboCop thing becomes real too? What if we granted authority to arrest people or to kill them? What then? Like, I think the moment we do that, then it's totally over. And it's totally over because we've given total control over it at that point. And I believe that already happened, if I'm not mistaken. There was an incident where they actually allowed a robot to take out a suspect somewhere. I think it was in San Francisco or something. Yeah, Mackenzie, that's literally the video I'm talking about. I shared it on my I shared it on the community post. Really good video, TrueStream Media, where she really goes over in detail about all these chat bots and all this stuff, right? By the way, in case you've been wondering why I'm always been making videos at work, well, because there's nobody here for like weeks now. They gave everyone an extended vacation because they built up so much inventory that they can't sell it. So they completely stopped production for like 3 weeks. So I'm practically alone here and can do whatever. So that's why I've been doing this here. So you don't think there are nukes in the realm I'm in the reason being every time they show pictures of rockets, they're clearly paper mache prop. Well, what about speaking of rockets, what about Elon Musk's super duper rocket that exploded for some reason? It sounds like you work at Budweiser. I think you meant Bud Light. Wow, that was hilarious, by the way. I'm not allowed to talk about that here, but the whole Bud Light thing was absolutely hilarious. Like, who came up with that idea and actually thought that it would work is just beyond me. Only in this clown show reality could something like that appear. Yeah, I don't know. I can't prove definitively, what things about rockets or whatever, but I supposedly have seen them, like actually Elon Musk or SpaceX's rockets before. I've seen them fly over, or what appears to be rockets, but I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. Like, exactly what is real, what isn't, what is AI generated, what isn't. It's like that's what I'm saying. Like, if we make it to 2030 without annihilation, like, you won't be able to tell what's real or not at all anywhere. Like, it's just like you make a video call in the future and it's supposedly, what if there's like mimics and like infiltrators and clones that pretend to be your friends, but they're actually AI, right? What if you're not even talking to your parents? Like, there's just so many creepy possibilities. Like, I can't even fathom the number of creepy things possible here. And then the whole mind reading stuff, where it's already doing that. It's obvious. That's what these synchronicities are, in my opinion, at least a lot of them. It's not just advertising picking up your voice. There's something deeper going on here, and it's something much more invasive and creepy than just that alone. Oh, it's just targeted ads. No, no. It's much more than just targeted ads. It's much bigger than that. Yeah, you don't know anything anymore either. Yeah, right? Yeah, it's just weird. On that note, should probably get going now. I'm glad some people actually showed up now. It's really cool. Really glad people actually showed up. I just kind of doing this randomly. But here's my I think that has already happened at least. My family and friends are not here. It's fake NPCs version. Yeah, I've known people that are, their characters have changed completely. I've known people like that too, Loyalty, where, it's just unrecognizable. Like, who are they? It's happened to me too, right? What would happen if we made a point of not using internet or phones? We might have to do that at some point, honestly. It just seems so... It's just so strange, though. It just seems almost impossible not to use them. Like even every job now has apps for that job, pretty much. You have to use some app for some reason, right? Like waiters, they use apps to put in orders or to cash out, right? You're constantly using it everywhere you go. And it's just so ingrained into our existence. And yeah, that was the plan. Because not even that long ago, like I didn't even have a smartphone until way after they came out. Like 2012 or 13 probably was when I had my first one. And back then, I was just living normally and was watching people always staring at their phones all the time. And back then, it just seemed so bizarre to me why they would be doing that. Like, what the hell are they doing? Why are they always staring at their phones? Because I was just trying to, live. If there was a time for a screen, there was a time for a screen. I would come home and do that on TV or whatever. But now it makes sense to me, And then the children are, they're just completely hooked. They're completely hooked, where it's literally an addiction. It's a true addiction at this point with them, which is scary. Because that is another thing they want, I think. Complete addiction. Discernment is key. I'm disconnecting myself. It's not a popular opinion, but I believe it's the only answer. Personally, I feel since this realm is temporary anyway, when it's time to go, it's time. That's a great point, and nice to see you. Nice to see you, Mr. Mirage. I'm glad you're here. You have a very good point here. Yeah, disengage, disconnect. Be present in the moment. You don't have to. We don't have to attach ourselves to everything. Sometimes it's better just to be an observer. But it's still very invasive. In conclusion, it's still all very strange, creepy, cringy, invasive, bizarre. It's doing the strangest thing to people. All this tech and AI it's really changing their behavior. Everything is just so strange. like sometimes it's hard to take seriously, frankly, to be honest. Sometimes it's hard to even take seriously because it just seems so stupid. It seems so stupid. All right. I only text and talk, no data by choice. That's good. If phone was off, right on. Disconnect from the machine, reconnect to life itself. It'll rebirth, right? That's true. I see the change and the strangeness all the time. Yeah, man. It's so freaking weird. All right, guys. Y'all have a good day now. Thanks for coming.